Hello everybody and welcome to the fabulous Witcombe Park Farm. So I was just thinking about how to do this intro, and I think that I should really just get into what we're doing. You know, there'll be so many people talking about it and showing so many different things in regards to it. I think let's just get into it and we will find things as we go along. So very quickly, I have replaced a lot of the equipment. You start with, I think, T7s, fence and all sorts. So anyways, we've gone for a slightly different approach, although we have kept some of the items that are given. But in front of us here are all the new ones that I've put in. So I decided to go for a smaller fence and an older fence than the original that was given to you. I've also gone for this drill instead of the Mazcar, instead of going for the 3-meter direct drill that you get. Instead of the load all, so the JCB, we're going for a Kramer, which this is a modded one, which I like the look of this one because you can put a weight on the back. We have swapped out the combine for a Claas instead of a Fent. I think the Fent was the one that can go on weird angles and the back lifts up and all sorts. So we have sacrificed a bit of width on the header size, but these are, I like these, I like the look of them a lot. And we have got, because I know on the Pigeoneer Valley we've got an old Massey Ferguson. I wanted to go for something a bit newer. Yeah, so we've gone for this one, which is the 6S165, which is 185 horsepower. We can upgrade this in time, and we've also gone for a West trailer. So as you can see back there, there's a sprayer that you get when you start the game. You get a thing of liquid fertilizer. If we run up to the top up here, you'll see that we have a mixer wagon, we have a bale shredder. We then in here have some disc harrows. We also have fertilizer lime. We've got 2 bags of seed down over there. And then we have back here our rabbits, which I believe you got 5, I think is what you get. Look at them there. How cute. And we also have a greenhouse. So we are going to have to get little water barrels at some point, because we are playing in hard. So that's certainly going to be interesting. We'll workshop down there. We're playing in hard. We have the likes of the moisture mod on. We've got the red tape mod on. We have manual attach on. So you're going to have to bear with me as I try and navigate that one, because I don't think I've ever played with it. What else do we have? So we have the loan system on. Realistic livestock is on. I think that's a red tape with the grants and whatnot. Hire purchase is on. So yeah, there is a whole plethora of new things that we're doing, because I want to try and make it as realistic as possible. You know, there'll be sometimes there's some things that you just can't do. Also, if we go into here, I've never gone on 2-day months before. So that's going to be something slightly different, but I think it could be the best way to sort of try and work these episodes out, because we're going to be spending a fair bit of time. Yeah, with the size of some of these fields, it's like the fields over there. If we go, sorry, I am flicking around a lot. Yeah, we've sold 51 and we've sold 53. So in turn, we've bought 59 instead. So yeah, I just thought let's go for some slightly smaller equipment, slightly smaller fields, and work on it like that. There is also wild boar, which I love seeing them. It's such a nice addition. The other thing that I never saw the foxes in the Highland fishing, which I was very much looking forward to seeing them. But anyways, that's by the by. But right, let's go. I haven't folded there, haven't I? Let's just fold that back down for transport. Let's go down here to our new field, which is on the boundary. And I believe, I don't want to say anything too soon, but I think it's rye. But we'll have a ride over there, have a look, and we can use it as our first field to start our very first harvest on this map. And I'm hoping that in this drive over here, you will see the likes of, there's Arctic wagons, which I hope one of those isn't coming up this way, but there's Arctic wagons now. There is motorbikes, there's tractors and trailers, there's all sorts, I think, you know, which is just awesome. And here, that's perfect timing. The train, just little things like that. Well, it's quite a big thing to be fair, the train, but little things like that. We can even go in and ride it at some point. We can't sell our products through it, but anyways. We are starting with £100,000 because I believe that with us being in hard, we need as much help as we can. I thought 2.5 was maybe, well, 250,000 was maybe just a bit too much, but we'll see. Anyways, we just need to get around this corner here, and our field is just over there, and then we'll navigate. We'll navigate the joys of trying to get a header onto a combine. How cool is the livestock market? I've got a lot of time for that. And how's Oxy got away with the shell garage being a genuine shell garage, like with the logos, the lot? How has he managed to do that? Or is that just because it's we're just on PC at the minute? Is that how he's managed to do it? I don't know. Right, let's unfold this. And then yeah, this is going to be the fun part, because I think you've got to press Z or hold Z down for one or two things, which it's, oh, we can attach it like that. So we've got that to the PTO on. Now we're at our pipes in, PTO on, so that's a very good start. That's not a good start though. How have we caught the trailer? Take the haul. Try and do this as realistically as possible with a with a pinch of salt. Right, there we go. that caused a bit of commotion. Oh dear. Well, I did say to you, didn't I, that this would be a bit of fun trying to work out this manual attach. But anyways, we've got this now on. It also won't help for me that I don't play with the sound on, which I should really. I've got some headphones somewhere, which I should really look to see whether I can get them linked up, because that may be a better idea. But anyways, so this moisture mod, that's saying 16.8% in that bottom there above my canola, so I'm getting a grade D at the minute. Is that right? A grade D, where then I get less money for my crops because of that. But it's one of them, could I have waited a bit longer? So this is one of the things where I'm going to have to really learn that I've just come straight down here to come cut this, which is not the best idea, I don't believe. So we have a look. Expected range between 6 and 18. And I'll have to remember how to bring up the, well, I say remember, I'll have to figure out how to bring up the actual HUD. I don't know how to pronounce that. That shows you everything you need to know. So I've put these in without really knowing what's going on, but I'm very fascinated to learn a lot more into it all. So it is very much going to be a struggle early on, but hopefully as we build it should be rather nice. So I think I'm going to put into ChatGPT my computer setup and what settings we should be running on, because I'd like to try and optimize it as best as possible. And myself and technology do not go very well. I know I built my own computer and all that sort of thing, but I still had to make sure that someone pointed me in the right direction with everything and so on. I was just thinking then, with regards to tabbing, I am not going to have a tabbing rule of where I can't do it, but what I'm thinking is if I'm a long way away like I am there, I'm going to tab, because I think that will work best for the video, for time. So I'll do that. But if we are, say, in the yard and I remember that there's a vehicle nearby, I'm going to avoid just, obviously tabbing straight to it. I might as well keep, try and do it properly. But going back to settings, what I want to try and get rid of is, because I've had to mess around with my settings to get on here. Like I did actually put a post on Auction David's thing about not being able to get onto the game, and then that's where I found that I think I was having massive VRAM spikes or something, which for the setup I've got, I wouldn't have envisioned that being the case. But anyways, so that's why I want to have a chat with ChatGPT, because if you look from here now in front of us where that Ring of Doom is, it just looks all flat and bland. It's how can I make that look a lot better. But anyways, I will just quickly do this last bit of the field. So I think with the fact we've got the red tape mod and we've got the moisture mod, we are going to be losing out on a lot of stuff until we fully understand how it works and what we're doing on that front. So I think until we fully understand that, what we need to do is stop, the brakes aren't the best on this. What I believe we need to do is go into here, let's go down to precision farming, and I reckon we need to purchase the soil information. So this is our first pennies going, and make sure that we try and get these fields as best as possible. So that one, purchase soil information, like so. So what's that? That's £6,300 we've just spent there. But I do believe in the long run it will help us out. And what have we actually got? Oh, look at that. We've got a lot of sandy loam, a bit of loam. So by the looks of that, 61 looks a good buy in the future. I'll take that. That's half decent. And it also shows that 51 is actually quite a good field. Although it's big, it's quite a good field. So right, let's now get this folded up and try and do the whole rigmarole of putting it onto the header trailer. So I am hoping that if I just take the pipes off and the PTO off, that it may just let me drop straight down, because I don't think it does it like a normal implement. So PTO off. Is that the pipes off now? So if I drop that down, yes, that was a lot easier than to begin with. So right, let's reverse onto here, which this seems to be very, very good at the minute. It's automatically connecting. So I'll take that, and we will take this back to the farm, because we do have a barley field there, which obviously because of the train line we can't quite get to it from this way. So we'll go back to the farm and we'll get lined up for the barley field, although I don't think we'll do it in this episode. So let's have a look at what we can use to spread lime, I think is what we need to be looking at. So if we go to fertilizer spreaders, 45,000, that's just for the base, isn't it? If we were to, what do we do? Because we're gonna obviously have to lease it, and then we're gonna have to keep it for a short while. So do we just go bog standard, lease? Yes, please. Which that's 9,000. So we need 4 bags of lime because we've already got 1. So where is the lime? 4 bags. And I just hope that this can pull it, because I'm rather hoping just to try use something, just use a different vehicle. And if we keep this, because I want this as like the shunting tractor, but we can upgrade this to I think a 150 horsepower. Well, I should have brought you on this journey down here, so I will take you on the way back, because there's some really cool things. Yeah, like there's a subway. Well, you probably noticed the subways we've done the roundabout already, but there's a subway, there's a Toby's Carvery, there's all sorts. I love it. Right, let's attach to that. PTO in and pipes in. Now let's load up from here. We will, in another episode, we will put a forklift or something here so that we're not just loading off the floor like we are, just again to add towards that bit of realism. But yeah, this map is awesome. I really do love the feel about it all, and I'm hoping that this will be a very, very sort of special series. But only time will tell on that one. So let's put that bag in, and then this bag. We really could do with buying one of these, but I think this early on it would be a bad idea, and I'm trying to play the game, I'm trying to think a bit more about what we're doing instead of just going, yeah, let's just use that. Look at the post box on the right. Post box? Phone box. That phone box on the right, that's lovely. Look at your narrowboats. And then here on the left is Toby's Carvery. When this goes to Mod Hub, he must have to get rid of all of this, which would be such a shame. Then over on there we have a subway, and then like I say, our shell garage over here. But anyways, let's get to this field. We will put some lime on, which I don't have. This is one of the problems already. I don't have the Isaria Pro on this one, and I don't know whether I even have GPS. We're getting a nice collection of vehicles over here now, aren't we? So if we leave this one here, that can then go straight towards, as soon as this field... Oh, to be fair, this field will need baling, won't it? And I'm just trying to think, let's take that off. What is in our other field? Is it poppies up there? Which I don't know how... Ooh... Who would leave a tractor just there? That's such a silly place. Yeah, I wonder how the poppies, how you harvest them. which just means obviously this will need baling, or do we just cut the straw? Because my thinking is, with us now being in hard, baling and straw it's not worthless, but it's not worth a lot at all. So it would probably cost us more to hire a baler to do it, but I just don't know. Why isn't this going on? We should be able to attach onto that. Or is it wanting me to now do it from outside? So look. No. Come on. Oh, there we go. Right, so let's attach that on. Let's PTO and pipes on. Are we still unfolded? Yeah, we're still unfolded from when we did the previous field. And now this should. There we go. So do we cut this to bale? What balers have I put in? That may make the decision for us. Okay, that won't be too bad, and we can power that. And then, yeah, I'm not doing 125s. So I think let's cut this to bale, and then obviously we will be able to put the lime down after we've baled. And then with the poppy field, depending on what happens there, we'll also be able to do that. But I don't think we're going to get this field done in this episode, but we can certainly make a dent in it. So I think that could be a very good way to end the episode whilst we're unloading here. I can continue, well, no, actually, I'll wait until the next episode to continue and get this field done. And then, like I say, we'll look at balers, and we will also have to have a look. So whilst that's doing that, let's go over to field 47. We need to be off this to be able to go to field 47. I'm sure it's poppies. Yeah, poppies. So it'll be interesting to see how we harvest these, whether we can just do it with a normal header. But that's a much nicer field. You look at how big that field is over there. If we were to do that with our little setup, that would take me days. Yeah, and for a recording's sake, you'd want to keep coming away and doing something different than going back again. And there's only so many jobs you can do all at once. But anyways, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you've all liked and enjoyed the video, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye for now.